Saw is on page 5. Miter saw is on page 5.
Make my own clipboard.
All right. Today, I want at least 4 people between Chris or any other single person, all right? I want at least 4 people between repicking something. So we can't keep going back and forth to Chris. All right, number 1, safety glasses at all times while operating the machine. Number 2, long hair, loose clothing, rings, watches, bracelets. Make sure we take care of all that stuff, guys. Number 3, do not talk while operating the machine. Do I volunteer to read number 4? Good idea.
Be sure that the guard is working properly. When the blade is pushed down, it should blank.
So when I'm operating the miter saw, what should that guard, this part,
Come up.
do?
Open.
It should open up. It should pull back. It goes for both this one and the smaller one over here. The smaller one is still going to pull back as well.
Make all blank or blank adjustments prior to making any cuts. It is advised to make the cuts at first to ensure the angle is set correctly.
Anyone know what kind of adjustments we can make on this?
Turn it.
More specific, we have 2 different types of angle cuts we can make.
Right in.
Cross.
We can do a miter, M-I-T-E-R, just like the name. So we can do a miter or a bevel. B-E-V-E-L. So, the miter on this particular machine here, we loosen the big knob in the front, it would be the same over on that small one. We're going to squeeze up on this little red part here, and then we rotate. Right down here, we have a gauge that tells us what angle we're at. Do you think you can trust it? It's going to be close, may not be perfect though. This one's actually probably pretty reliable. This machine is only about a year and a half old. That one, I can guarantee you it's off. All right? That one's been here as long as I have, and I'm sure it was there before that. So that's a miter when we swing the table. A bevel on this one is going to be like that.
Cool.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Next one, please.
Always
Nice
hold
to
one
know.
firmly against the table.
Yeah, this
Guard.
table's pretty easy, right? What's this vertical surface here?
The fence.
Fence. Fence.
Close enough.
Look around the room, guys. You see a lot of other pieces of equipment that have a table or a fence?
Yes.
Yeah. What about that one Nathan and Joseph provide?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about that one behind Chris and Dylan there? Do you have a table and fence? Uh-huh. What about the router table back behind Sam?
Yup.
Uh-huh. You think that's going to be some common vocab here?
Oh.
You think you should know those 2 words? All right. Next one, please.
Cool.
The margin of safety on this machine is blank. A good guideline is to keep your hands out of the blank part of the table.
2 feet?
2 feet, I want to stay away. I'm going to have my hands way over here.
Oh, well,
One
okay.
foot.
Well, then 2 inches, right?
A little bigger than that. We're looking for 6 inches. 6 inches.
Oopsies.
So what I'm talking about with that, guys, is if I have my piece in here and I'm going to be cutting it, if my hands need to be any closer than 6 inches to that blade, I'm going to find it. How am I going to fix it?
You're not go to the hospital and sew back on.
No.
How do I avoid having to go to the hospital and get the sewn back on?
Use a push thing.
I could use a push stick, maybe. A vise or a clamp, like on this one. That's what I really like about this miter saw. This clamp works really, really well. Usually, the clamps that come with a piece of equipment, they're horrible. This one actually works really well. What if it's even closer and I can't hold it with the clamp?
Don't cut it.
You're not going to do it, yeah. So that would probably be a cut that I would make, and I would probably come up with some other special way to cut it. All right. I will also tell you right now, that 6 inches, you better know it. I can guarantee you on the test, your options are probably going to be 2, 4, 6, and 8. Is 8 correct?
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be safe, but I can tell you now it's going to get marked wrong. You need to know the minimum. That 6 inches is the minimum. Everybody understand that? Chris? Uh-huh. So no one's going to fight me on that when I get it wrong for picking a bigger margin of safety? All right, for our second blank there, you want to keep your hands out of the circular part of the table. Circular part. That circle's pretty close to that 6 inches, isn't it, Skylar? Uh-huh. What about over there? Pretty close too, right, Cole? Good. Next one. Next one, please.
Hunter, you can read it. Patrick.
Okay. When the piece to be cut falls inside the margin of safety, it may be possible to hold the stock with a blank. If not, another method of cutting the stock must be used.
Clamp.
Clamp. A clamp. Go ahead, next one, Patrick.
Fine.
The proper procedure for operating the sliding miter saw is as follows.
All right. What do you think is going to be my first thing I'm going to do?
Place your
Check to
piece.
make sure nothing's in there.
Well, let's assume all that, this is all set up correct. If I had this piece, how do I know where to cut?
Or the cross cut.
Ah, you're going to mark your piece. You're going to mark your piece. So what I'm going to use this for later on is a demonstration with the DVD rack. The DVD rack is 9 inches tall. This is going to be one of our side pieces. So I measured with what tool? What tool was that?
Tape measure.
Tape measure. Then I'm going to draw a line across it. What's this tool?
Tri-square.
Tri-square. Tri-square. So I'm going to measure it and mark it. So our step one is there is going to be to measure and mark your piece. What do you think step 2 is?
Line it
Clamp
up.
it in.
You're going to line it up. You are going to line it up. I am going to move the clamp out of the way on this cut because it falls outside of that. I can keep my fingers outside of that margin of safety. So step 2 is going to be to line up the cut. I want to make sure the blade is right on one of the sides of one of the lines there. Why don't I want to line up right on top of it?
It cuts off some of it.
Yeah, it's going to cut off some of it. That saw blade in there is about 1/8 of an inch thick, guys. So you're going to lose 1/8 of an inch for each cut.
So cut on the right
All right, so
side.
after I lined it up, what's next?
Clamp it.
We're going to pretend we don't have to clamp it. We don't have to clamp this one.
Okay. Then
We're going to turn the power on with the saw all the way back. Turn the power on with the saw all the way back. When you turn the machine on, I'm also going to tell you ahead of time here, it has a little safety button. So this red safety button needs to be pushed in like so. Otherwise you cannot squeeze that trigger. Same thing over on the green one here. If I don't have my thumb pressing in that little button on top, it will not turn on. Alright, so we marked our cut, we lined it up, we're going to turn the machine on. Step 4 there, or D, is we're going to pull it all the way out and drop down. Pull it all the way out and drop down. E is going to be to push all the way back. And then finally, our last step is going to be shut off the power and wait for it to stop spinning. ahead and pick someone, Ryan.
Keanu?
After a cut is made, do not lift the blade from the table until it has come to a complete stop.
Very good. We do not lift the blade from that table until it stops completely.
I pick myself.
Who's used one of these before? It's about right. Usually about half the time people have used these. Who's seen one of these before? Outside of school. Parents might have one, grandparents, somebody you know might have one, right? It's a pretty common piece of equipment. All right? After you make the cut, those of you who have used one, have you lifted it up out of the table while it's still spinning?
Yep.
Yes?
No.
Yeah.
I have to, not gonna lie. It's a bad habit I developed when I was younger. But I got really good at getting rid of that habit when the first time ever that I demonstrated this machine here at Perry High School. I had a little scrap piece on the right side of the board, and I picked it up out of the table while it was still coasting. It grabbed that piece, little guy, about like that.
Hit you in the face.
Nope. Young lady was standing behind me right about where Destiny is. I picked it up, it shot that thing, it went whizzing right past her face, right over her shoulder.
Shots fired.
It's not going to happen every time, guys, but probably 75% of the time it's going to happen. It's going to throw it. It's pretty avoidable accident, isn't it? So we don't want things flying around in here, right?